Hello, friends. This is Jessica Wertner. Are you feeling a little anxious, a little overwhelmed? Today, we are going to do some tapping. So welcome everyone on Facebook. I'm going to give you guys a second to log on. If you can hear me and you're ready to tap, give me a heart or a thumbs up. So my name is Jessica Wertner, and I'm a New York Times bestselling author and the creator of the Tapping Solution app. My passion is to teach this stress relief technique where you tap on acupressure points to relieve stress. We're going to jump right in and do some tapping. If you're not watching this live, below, I'm going to put the timestamp of where I start the tapping. But if you're new, this is something that's important to remember. I'm going to cover a really important aspect of tapping. So when it comes to tapping, EFT tapping is this beautiful combination of Chinese acupressure points and modern psychology. When you start the tapping, one of the first phrases you say is the setup statement as you tap on the side of the hand. And the setup statement goes something like this: even though I'm anxious, even though I'm overwhelmed, I accept how I feel. Or some people say, I love and accept myself. No matter what it is, it's an affirmation of acceptance. It's just saying, this is where I am and I'm okay with that. This is why it's so important. And quick pause for a second. If you guys can't watch this now or can't tap now, make sure you share this, because if you share it, then it's saved on your Facebook wall and you can come back and tap later. So when it comes to tapping, a big aspect is the acceptance of how you feel. And the only way we can accept how we feel is if we have a second to simply say, this sucks, or I'm overwhelmed, or I'm incredibly stressed. There's something incredibly powerful about saying what you're feeling. Now, what's really special about tapping is that as you have that thought of, I'm overwhelmed, this is unfair, I'm feeling anxious, you're having a physical reaction. You're feeling a tightness in your chest or a pain in your stomach. We feel emotions with our whole body, which is why it's so powerful to use a technique that uses the acupressure points. We're getting clear on the stress, and as we tap on these acupressure points, it sends a calming signal to our brain, letting our brain know that even though we have these thoughts, it's safe to relax. When you can have a negative thought but feel relaxed in your body, you are now in control. You're not being hijacked by that emotion. But I want to take a moment to talk about acceptance, especially right now. We are living in weird times. When it comes to this pandemic, most of us are stuck at home. I live in Connecticut. I'm on week 2 of not leaving the house, and sometimes I'm fine with it, and sometimes I feel like I'm going crazy, which is why I love the tapping. When we do the tapping, we honor how we feel, and we allow ourselves to accept a situation, accept how we're feeling. One of the easiest ways to get stuck is to fight against reality. We often have thoughts like, it shouldn't be like this. When is this going to end? We have so many unanswered questions. And with those unanswered questions, with that uncertainty, and with that feeling that we're lacking control, comes a lot of anxiety. And it's absolutely normal and natural to have this experience. This is why we have to be incredibly proactive and take care of ourselves through relieving stress like tapping, especially right now, because constantly feeling bombarded by stress really depletes your immune system. If we want to feel strong and healthy, we have to manage the stress. And the irony of this, the way to manage that stress is to be honest. It's not to push it to the side. It's not to ignore it. It's not to eat your feelings. It is taking a moment and saying, you know what? I am overwhelmed. This sucks. I am stressed. And you give yourself permission to own how you feel, to accept the situation as you tap, and you will find that you can experience peace in this moment. So again, if you're now joining me live, this is Jessica Wertner, and we're going to be doing some tapping to relieve anxiety and really prepare us for a great week ahead. If you can't tap along with me now, simply share this to your wall and you'll be able to come back anytime you want. It's also saved there if you want to tap more than once. So thank you guys. I see you guys commenting and the likes. Thank you so much. Let's do some tapping. So everyone's in a very different situation. So I'm going to be doing some general tapping. And what I'm going to be focused on today is the frustration and the anxiety we may feel around being stuck at home. Suddenly our life feels completely different. And we don't have the answers. We don't know when this is going to end or how this is going to end. And that uncertainty, if we don't take care of ourselves, can lead to a lot of anxiety. We're going to tap on the points, giving a voice to our frustration, giving a voice to this anxiety so we can calm the body. And once we're feeling calm, we can then begin to find different ways to look at things. But if I just tell you to look at the bright side and be positive, and you're feeling anxious, you're going to be like, Jess, I'm sorry, I don't believe you. It doesn't sink in. If we do some tapping first and we honor how we feel, then when we move to the positive, there is room. We got to weed the garden before we plant the seeds. So let's just check in. Let me know how you feel. So, on a scale of 0 to 10, when you think about how anxious you feel, thinking about the week ahead, what's the number from 0 to 10? And if you want, you can comment or just write it down yourself. 0 to 10, how anxious do you feel? Great. And sometimes you might notice that you're feeling anxiety in a certain part of your body. For me, it tends to be my lungs. I feel like my breathing can be a bit restricted. Notice for you, is it your stomach, your chest, your shoulders, your head? If you have any tension in your body, you can also give that a number from 0 to 10. And now we're going to do some tapping. So let's start by taking a nice deep breath in and exhale. And tapping on the side of the hand, repeat after me, either in your mind or out loud. Even though I feel really anxious about the week ahead, I honor how I feel and I give my body permission to relax. Even though life feels overwhelming and there's so much uncertainty, I accept all of these feelings and I give my body permission to relax. Even though this feels overwhelming and I hate being stuck at home, I accept all of my feelings and I relax more and more with every tap. Great. That was a setup statement. We're going to tap on the rest of the points while we give a voice to how we feel to release the intensity with tapping. So tapping on the eyebrow point, all this anxiety, all of this stress. The news feels so overwhelming. Everything feels so uncertain. And I don't feel like I have much control. So I'm feeling all of this anxiety in my body, experiencing all of this stress. Sometimes I feel okay, and then I feel anxious again. Sometimes I feel hopeful, and other times I just feel anxious. There is room for all of these feelings. I honor how hard this has been. And even though I don't have the answers I want, even though things are uncertain, I give my body permission to relax. Even though I don't know how long this will last, I know it won't last forever. And I'm doing the right thing by staying home. This is an act of love. I'm supporting my community. because we are all in this together. And even though sometimes I'm anxious and other times I'm hopeful, I give myself permission to feel whatever I'm feeling. And as I honor my own experience, I begin to relax more and more. Right now and right here, I am safe. Allowing myself to feel calm and centered. I've been through a lot in my life, and I'll get through this. Allowing my body to relax. Allowing my lungs to take in more air. Connecting to my strength. And finding little ways to make this time easier. I don't know when this will end, but I know it will end. So I give my body permission to relax now. Feeling safe and centered, I focus on what I can control, and I let go of the rest. I choose to be easy on myself and lower my expectations. I don't have to put pressure on myself. I simply seek relief. I simply seek ease. We are all in this together. And this too shall pass. Feeling strong, feeling confident in myself, trusting that I'll be okay. I acknowledge all of my feelings as I allow my body to relax. Feeling more peace in this moment. And having faith. All right, now take a nice deep breath, and we're going to do something different here. Just put your hand over your heart. As you breathe, notice how your body is more relaxed. Notice as you breathe how you can take in more air. And feeling more open, a little more relaxed, simply ask yourself, what can I do to make this week easier? Maybe it's simply to be gentle with yourself, to be kind to yourself. Maybe you need to call someone and reach out virtually. Notice what comes to mind when you think of what you can do to bring more ease during this uncertain time. And knowing that you can allow that question to remain throughout the day and allow the answer to appear when it's ready. And when you're ready, take another nice deep breath in and open your eyes and simply check in. Check in with that intensity, that anxiety. Maybe you felt it in your body before. On a scale from 0 to 10, what number is it now? Even if it just went down from a 10 to an 8 or a 10 to a 9, you know that with just a few minutes of tapping, with honoring how you feel, you can calm your nervous system and you can begin to feel better. I hope that this is just the beginning for you. We have an incredible app called the Tapping Solution app. You can download it for free. And right now, every tapping meditation that's relevant to this time, to the coronavirus, is absolutely free. We have a tapping meditation for releasing coronavirus anxiety. We have a tap and breathe exercise. We have one on panic attacks, completely free. So please check out the app. It's called the Tapping Solution app. And if you like this and you feel like it can really help other people, please share it. Tell your friends. We live in a time where we are so fortunate to be able to communicate in this way and to be able to support each other. Just think, everywhere around the world, people are in the same position. And there's so many people like you who are these bright lights, who are sharing this work or sharing other work all around how to feel more at peace and confident during this time. This is what we need during times of feeling uncertain. We got to get back into our body and connect with our peace. Sending you so much love. Thank you so much for tuning in.